Hello, my wonderful monsters and hunters alike. Welcome back to Dark Shadows. I will be your keeper, Emerald Crossfire, also known as Emmy here. We have our lovely hunters going from KC to Toaster Chan and Kenny. Would you all love to speak about your characters and sum up what you are and who you are exactly, and I will continue the whole what has happened.
Who do you want to go first?
Casey, please go first.
Casey Jones. So again, character is appearance-wise based off the classic Casey from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You know, long hair. Only my character, of course, is less hockey, more baseball. So he does have, you know, like kind of the baseball attire, casual clothes, baseball cap. Has his cherished baseball bat known as Black Betty, which he has had enchanted with ice magic. He also keeps on hand his fire staff, as he wasn't used to all this magical stuff, but as he has been more and more exposed to it, he's learned more and more about magic and is now channeling things through here, allowing him to summon ice balls and fireballs and hurling them at their enemies, often.
Yes.
Someone felt they wanted to point at the art in the background at Black Betty, as someone has been very artistic lately. But last time, Casey was with the normal crew.
I will explain. I'll explain what happened last time.
Okay. Well, then,
after
by all means,
after everyone else.
Okay, I am just curious why is Captain didn't get introduced and is in the here and is currently titled "Totally Not Going to Die" NPC.
Hey, Cap, would you like to introduce us to your character of what the audience knows you as specifically?
Oh, okay. So, so far in the game, I have played a character by the name of Felix Zvartkat. He was originally the spooky of the group, but after discovering a certain shadow being that had basically inhabited his shadow for most of his life, it has been found that he's actually the spellslinger of the group. After the rigors of battle from last time, he has currently been rendered incapacitated and is currently in the hospital. Hasn't quite awoken yet. He also, unfortunately, had to put Spooky down, much to his sorrow. So, yeah.
Yes. Sorry, I wanted to draw an
I'm
X
glad
on
everyone.
Spooky.
I'm glad everyone thinks it's funny, but okay.
I'm sorry.
No. Totally, like high drama moment and everything. But Em is having fun with her pointer on the screen, so.
It is very fun. Hey, Toast. Toast. Explain who Corporeal is.
Corporeal is a ghost.
Is that your response to the magical girl thing?
She is very simple to the ghostness.
She is very, very simple. She came into existence as a ghost, at least that is her assumption. She has zero recollection of a previous life, even though other ghosts she's encountered do recollect a previous life. And other than that, yeah, she just she started rolling with this crew because they could actually see her, and she was tired of speaking with ghosts, so...
This one could see her.
Yeah. And then, and as of late, she's been having some weird dreams that are like memories, but they're not hers, and she's very confused by them.
Okay.
And then, Kenny, would you like to introduce us by your name specifically? Obviously, I already said it, but your name specifically, and also what your class is?
Well, certainly. Kenny is Full name Kenneth Karn Crossfire, and I am playing as a chosen.
Behold, Karn. I am not sorry.
Does anyone in the audience have any comments before I get going with the recap a bit?
Daggerfree just threw in chat. Emmy owes me $10 for that cookie.
Oh, I owe you $10 for that cookie. What cookie? You didn't give me a cookie. I did not receive the cookie there, Dagger. You owe me a cookie before I owe you $10.
Okay, so
give me $20.
Alrighty.
I do have one special announcement before we get too farther underway.
Yes, yep.
A while ago, Dagger just responded. Okay, make it 20.
Okay. Anyhow, back to your
anyhow, people have seen me testing out different merch on the channel, and I haven't actually opened my merch shop yet. I'm still prototyping things, but since people seem to want the GP logo mug, and people have been contacting me about when is the mug going on sale, when is the merch officially launching, I'm going to say this now, this is a test launch, which means that basically at any time I could shut the store back down if I feel like, if I find out people are getting the coffee cups and they're not the quality that I'm comfortable with, if they arrive damaged, chipped, or something like that. Anything going south with this launch, I will put an end to it, because you guys are more important than me generating a couple extra bucks by going and putting a merch option out there. So it is a test launch for me to kind of get a feel of this being a thing that I'm doing and see how people are interested in it. So if you are interested in my test merch item, which is the Gaming Philosophy Icon mug, the link is down in the doobly-doo. Feel free to take a look at it. I believe the mug is being offered $16 for an 11-ounce ceramic microwave and dishwasher safe coffee mug with the channel logo on it. It's not complex. It's very clean, simple, and classic. But if you want to go and pick yours up, feel free to go and click on the link and order it. And that's basically it. I think that's all I really needed to cover on that. If it goes well, if people are really interested, I'm going to look at those shirt options with the different logos and stream quotes on them. But again, that's something that is... This is a test, and only a test. So, don't go crazy. But, yes, the merch shop is open.
I would like to add in a thing. Go crazy! Do it! Do it! Get the merch! We love you! Show your support to the channel. Also, once again, to reiterate, this is Monster of the Week, a game done by Generic Games and Evil Hat Production. I did not make this system whatsoever, but the system is very freeing and has very little rules, to the point where you can actually bend whatever you want to your will.
They're more like guidelines.
They are more like guidelines. You can fit the system to your whim. And also, I did have a quote, and I do have a quote up on the little sheet here.
Oh, wait, do you need me to scroll up?
If you want to scroll up a little bit to look at that quote. As a keeper, you bring a lot of yourself, keeper and also DM, mind you. You bring a lot of yourself and time and energy to the table. Thank you very much there. The Camerata, there we go, Camerata M, from the Discord, the Keepers Fellowship, which has been helping me out immensely to the point where I have been kind of both out of my mind but also excited to see this community of the Keeper Fellowship grow, because this is the I think this is the official fan-made Monster of the Week. So if you have any like questions, comments, or you want to play for yourself, go right ahead to their Discord. They are amazing people, and they know how to answer your questions as best as they possibly can.
Okay. Just to be very clear, not sponsored though. Although M just like completely plugged their Discord, which is.
They did ask me to put in a good shout out. And
But yeah, absolutely.
I said yes. I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry I didn't run that past you, Mel.
I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. I would have appreciated a little heads up, but yeah, no, I'm totally cool with you giving them a plug. If they're helping you out as a keeper, then
they helped me out as a keeper. They've been
I have no
giving me a
problem
lot
with
of
it.
tips and tricks, and
just a little sneaky plug there without talking with me first.
Sorry, the sneakiness is out. Okay.
You see, I've been trying to plug my sink here, but
I said sneaky plug, not sinky plug.
Without any further ado,
Okay.
let's get on into this vocalized roleplay of awesomeness. Where we last left off was our hunters had gone up against Felix's personal cat demon, or Dreamin, as the chat liked to name it. Both Felix and Corporeal had passed out after Felix did the last final blow to his loving cat, leaving KC to getting up on the guard and calling up our very own Jessica.
It was the only one conscious, so I had to go ahead and call for help.
She said that it would take a few minutes for her help to arrive, and then suddenly Casey gets knocked out by an axe-wielding newcomer. Then 6 soldiers come in and literally bag up Casey. They also took Casey's van with them.
Okay, yeah. I'm picturing them going like hup, 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 and just lifting it up and then hup, hup,
The
hup,
soldiers
carrying
themselves
it out.
did not take the van, but it was in fact the giant rock monster statue, the Papa Rock monster statue, that the axe-wielding newcomer was in fact riding on.
Like, I mean,
Okay,
when we're talking
this
axe wielding, we're like, I'm just trying to go in and get the right image for this. Is this kind of like what we're talking about?
What are you talking about? Let me look.
Or,
It takes a second. No. We're talking giant two-handed battle axe, double-sided battle axe here.
okay,
yeah.
so
We're
not that.
we're talking a battle axe here, or
So
Kenny,
not
Kenny,
that kind of axe man.
Kenny, this is your axe. Would you like to show off any imagery or anything else like that that would properly convey?
I think I had one of those in the Discord. Let me just double check that.
Yes, this is your axe, and that was your character that specifically decided to say it's tea time and whack Casey upside the head.
Good times. Good times.
Yeah.
Very good.
At which point I'm like, not going down without a fight, but at the same time, I was not winning that fight.
Because he had gotten the drop on you very easily, didn't he?
Well, it's not that he got the drop on me. I was like, okay, is that one of our griffins that we've tamed coming in? Is this someone Jessica sent to help? It was more of a situation like I saw him coming, but I couldn't easily identify friend or foe. So I was like, and I'm looking up battle axemen, and all I'm seeing are these toy plastic axes that look so bad. I'm not seeing anything that looks like remotely good. And I'm seeing a lot of He-Man iconography. So I'm just going to go ahead and saying right now, just to confirm, the Axeman that showed up and knocked me out, this was not him, right?
I'm looking at the chat. Hold on.
Alright, I have found the image that I originally chose.
Yes. Yes.
Jenny has found the original image that he has chosen.
And I'm going to post it for Dark Shadows.
Yes, in Dark Shadows, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
I will.
There's the
Wrong
axe.
screen. Whoop. That doesn't go on that side.
Are you showing wrong screen stuff?
Yeah, I was showing my
Oh,
entire
no,
Discord.
behind the
Oh
backstage,
no.
backstage, behind the
did.
scene.
Yep.
Oh no. No, nobody needs to see the backstage. My backstage is not, like, tiny at all.
Okay, let's. You wording there, Wording.
You all are in dirty
Phrasing.
minds, but I'm over here.
Hey, you're the one
I'm
talking
over
about
here.
your backstage, Em.
Excuse me. I believe we all have different sections because we are completely acting out our own,
The original Axe
life
body
here.
spray.
This
But
is
yeah,
a
there's
really
the axe.
big image.
It is a very big image, and I do apologize.
And
for that.
while it does highlight what your axe would look like,
It highlights the axe, and
I linked you a couple figurines there, Meld.
Okay.
Kind of give an idea there.
Alright.
okay.
Yep.
And
I like it.
our
Does it have a name? Sorry.
The axe.
You guys don't know about that yet. That would be meta knowledge.
Meta knowledge. You mean out of character
Metagaming,
knowledge?
you know.
Metagaming,
character,
meta
yeah.
knowledge. You can't hear.
Out of character would be another term
It
for
would
any
be
of
out of character for everyone
All
to
right,
know
so there's
this information
one
right now.
that was linked to me. It looks like definitely an action figure, but that is an axe. The axe is as big as he is.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Are we all good now?
And here's another one.
Everyone
But again,
good?
these show mostly off the axe. They don't show off the character wielding the axe. And since we don't have a solid description of the person wielding the axe, I was wondering if Kenny would go into more detail. A man behind the axe.
He will go into more details soon. I'm
Oh.
trying to emphasize here that, okay, we've emphasized that he does wield an axe and everything else like that. You didn't get a good look at him, mind you, and the audience is looking at him through your eyes in that current moment of
So in
time.
other words, shush and let me move on the story.
Yes!
Okay, shushing now.
Casey, you wake up with a massive headache on your right side, and you're soaked in a cold sweat. You don't really feel much else, because you feel, like, really numb, and other than feeling just, like, numb, weak, and just all out, just achy, looking around you as you wake up and have this massive migraine going on.
Damn, I didn't think
You
I was
see-
catching the flu.
You see you are in a white room. White metallic floor. Across the room, there's just white walls everywhere. And the only things that stand out when you initially get up and rise from the bed and look over to your left,
And they'll
You
make
see-
the bed.
you see 3 gray buttons that stand out of all of the room. Upon further look, the 3 gray buttons have symbols on them.
Alright.
One has a water drop symbol, one has a toilet symbol, and one has a square on it.
Okay then.
Let's see. As you look next to the buttons, as you're looking directly next to the buttons, directly this way, you see a long blonde-haired woman with hazel eyes give you eye contact as you are looking directly at her. She seems to follow every single move you make. Casey, you are now a magical girl.
Wait, what?
This girl is you.
That's my reflection?
That's your reflection.
Oh my god.
I'm terrified to ask what my outfit looks like.
Oh, okay, here. You are wearing just all white clothes. As you look down, Casey, you notice that you're a C cup.
I'm a...
There's cup size for the bras.
Oh, I know what a cup size is.
Are you sure?
I asked what the outfit looked like, not the arsenal
just
that I
all
have.
white. It's just all white.
It's
I
okay.
see
all
Casey
white.
has been
You're in
accepted.
Oh,
white
okay,
pants
okay,
and
okay.
a white shirt.
Okay,
That's all
so-
you got.
Okay,
White pants,
I'm
white
actually a little thankful for that because you said magical girl, and I'm like, okay, how many different colors are involved in my outfit?
No,
And you're like,
it's just all white.
it's all white.
It's just all white. All white shirt, white pants.
Okay,
That's all.
so my character is probably looking down at their own hands, looking down at their body, and like, what the? And he's literally vocalizing that. So, do I notice any change to my voice? Do I still sound like me?
No, you don't sound like you at all, actually. You sound a little bit higher pitch.
Oh, Jessica's not going to be happy about this.
It's like, what the... What? Is this my voice? Ah! Just that sort of
Oh,
thing.
hell no.
Oh, hell no! This is not going down like this. No!
Yeah, oh boy.
Oh, hold on, baby.
Okay, so give me just a moment. LaMuffin Gamer, welcome to the stream. This is again something that I do every once in a while on the weekends. I get together with a bunch of friends, and we are basically playing a version of D&D known as it's not D&D, but it's the closest thing you can call it, similar to. It's called
tabletop.
Monster of the Week. It's basically a tabletop game that you play with friends. Only because I live stream it, we go ahead and use Roll20 to go ahead and show people what we're going through. So I hope that answers your question. So
I did reveal a little bit of the map if you want to try and look
Find
for
it?
yourself. Yes.
Oh God, we're in the center.
okay,
Find the center of the lollipop.
find the center of the lollipop.
Does that make you a member
I don't
of the
know if I'm
lollipop
up
guild?
for that many licks.
Oh my!
Oy vey.
Forget I said that.
KC, after you're done, like, you know, getting
Freaking
used
out?
to and freaking out over the fact that you are now a woman, what you gonna do? All you got is a blank room, a bed, and three buttons.
There's no equipment around me, right?
No equipment at all.
I
You
don't have
none
any of
your
my gear. I don't have my
You got
bat.
none.
I don't have
Nope.
my.
Nope. You got nothing. Everything has been taken away from you. You don't have any items whatsoever.
What's the bed made of?
Cotton.
Like, okay, what's the bed frame made out
The
of?
bed frame is made out of the same metal that is on the floor. It's literally attached to the floor, too.
Is the bed made?
The bed is not made.
No one has entered the command yet, so I am not making it. So, So one was a water symbol, one was a bathroom
One
symbol.
was a water, one is a bathroom, and one is a square.
Someone attempted the bed command.
Nah.
Yeah,
We'll just let it go.
Yep, someone did.
Space Dragon did.
Go do your bed. Go do your bed.
And then Chance just entered it.
Oh, apparently someone's saying you should do it, hun. Justin Harper.
I mean, but okay.
Okay.
Fine,
All right.
fine.
Fine.
Oh, we
And
all
your
gotta get
fault, you
cams.
pulled it out.
Sweet.
Oh my God.
I think she's just gonna throw it all off the side. Yep. She's not gonna make the bed, just throw it all off the...
It's technically made, it's just that the blankets are just sitting on top of it.
It's pretty dang big.
Yeah, I have like a king-size bed there.
See, my bed's easy to make.
It's funny. She has to climb on top of theirs to get it made.
Well, my bed sleeps me. Her bed sleeps more than just one person.
Because I live with a giant.
Oh,
Yep.
Captain, go help!
Giant.
I am not showing up in front of the camera. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Cap's a little camera shy.
That was fine.
It sucks out your soul, don't you know?
Well, I think Emmy's fine. She's a ginger, right?
I mean, look at you, Melt. You're kind of soulless there.
I
I'm
live
kidding.
with a giant.
It's Emmy. It's the bed command, not the bed and rant command.
No, the ranting's free, you see.
Oh, he's...
It's
Is that
a
like the
bonus
tax?
perk. Yeah, there you go.
Oh man, this does mean that anybody that ever shows up in my live streams that has a bed in the background is not safe. They are not safe. The bed command.
Are you all happy now? I live with a giant.
Oh,
That was awesome.
It was entertaining.
we were enjoying the moment.
Uh-huh.
You look so tiny up on that bed.
Yes, because I am tiny. I'm only 5'2". My boyfriend is 6'4".
Yeah. You guys should see them in pictures. The height difference is noticeable.
It is.
Shush.
It's quite noticeable. It's cute, and I love it.
Em likes herself tall guys.
Yes.
I am totally not blushing right now.
My type is the tall and the people that can pick me up in one scoop and just kind of hold me above their head and
Yeah.
break me in half if they wanted to, but they don't.
No.
She likes
Okay,
the
meanwhile, back to the plot.
Yes,
Okay,
back over-
Captain is embarrassed to the point where he wants us to get back to the game.
Yes.
Because it's easier to deal with me being a freaking woman trapped in a little padded cell than him deal with getting complimented.
I am freaking crimson right
There
now.
is no padding. I did not say there was padding.
Okay. A sterile white environment.
There you go.
Okay.
So, once
There
again,
is no door.
no door.
Sorry, I guess I wouldn't be the one asking questions.
Okay.
Shush.
All
Everyone
right.
else who is not Casey, shush.
Casey time.
So we have a cotton bed on a metal bed frame that is attached to the ground, so there's no way I can make an improvised weapon out of anything other than cotton.
Once again, there is just you, a bed, and 3 buttons.
You have a skirt.
You do not have a skirt. I literally
Damn.
just said pants and shirt. Pants and shirt. That's all you have. They are white. Everything else in the room is white.
Are there sheets on the bed?
I literally just said cotton sheets.
Cotton sheets?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and take one of the cotton sheets off the bed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to wrap one end of the sheet around one hand.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to spin it together to make it very tight and curled. Wrap it around the other hand. So I have something that I can wrap around someone's throat and choke them out with. I don't like this situation. Once I am prepared to defend myself with the only thing in the room that I can think of to use as a defensive weapon,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to walk over to the buttons, and with my hands wrapped up like that, I put my thumb on the white square button. I mean, the square button. Because I think square, maybe it's a door. Maybe it's a door.
Upon pressing the square gray button,
Okay.
mind you, I'm posting something inside Dark Shadows.
Alright.
this is gonna have that similar effect once you actually look at the.
No, I'm going. Okay.
I purposefully made sure that this video was like only a few seconds.
So it's basically one of those privacy glass things that goes from being opaque white to clear.
Yes. Only
Okay.
that button is connected to, since you are going from this side, since they are in fact on this side, the wall to your right suddenly just goes clear. And what you see is your assailant sitting just on a chair looking at you. And he says,
Good morning, beautiful. Sleep well.
That's so creepy. That's so creepy.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just looking at him, eyebrow cocked, like. Because at this point, Casey doesn't know what is going on.
Well, you're looking at him, so you're going to get an eye full. You see a guy of about average height, fairly gaunt would be a good description of the way his face looks, sunken eyes. He's got messy brown hair. He's wearing black or brown cargo pants and a leather jacket. The axe is sitting on his left side, and he's sitting across from you holding your phone.
I have many questions.
It's not really what you're here for.
I didn't figure.
But I've got a deal for you.
Oh, God. Why do they always want to have a deal? Okay, what do you want?
I want your phone to be unlocked.
does Casey lock his phone regularly, or is it just like an unlocked thing since he recently did get it? That is my
recently
question.
did get it, but I'm assuming with everything that he's dealing with is supposed to be kept secret, I would assume that he would have set up a lock screen.
What sort of lock is it? Fingerprint, number lock?
Well, it was a phone given to him, so I'm assuming that would be up to the keeper. But I mean, Casey's not a complex guy. He's not super tech savvy, so I'm
going to assume pattern lock. Then.
Yeah, I'm assuming very probably simple. It may be as simple as like a 4-digit pin.
I'm going to say pattern lock.
Okay, pattern lock.
Then.
Yeah, it's even simpler.
So that would be harder to brute force than a 4-digit pin. But
Yes,
I don't know if Casey would have been mindful enough to set that up, or if it was just the default of the phone that was given to him.
I think it was just the default
with
that then.
So I know the pattern he would have selected.
What would have the pattern been?
If you think about what sport he's into.
Would it just be a square or a circle?
It'd be a diamond.
A diamond.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So.
But of course he's not going to say that. He's like, why do you need my phone?
Well, of course we figure that this is the phone that you use for your work. We need to know what you do. Maybe see the things that you've taken pictures of and what you know.
The NSA doesn't have crap on this guy.
In order to get access to that information, I'm willing to give you a call.
Okay. So, here's this. We could have a simple discussion. Or, finger extended.
You probably thought that looked different in your mind, but over here you just look adorable.
I mean, you are a blonde-haired woman now.
Your charm must be through the roof at this point.
Oh God. So for those that are new to this, my character has successfully on more than one occasion used charisma and charm to solve situations that people would have to fight through, rather than deal with actually fighting things. I'm a smoozer. I'm a sweet talker. I'm a silver tongued devil. But
He's been very passive.
now I've been turned into a woman. Okay, so simply put, I will answer questions that you ask. My phone, I will not unlock, because what calls I have already made before you absconded with me, I have made. There is no information that I know at this point about my location that I could transmit in a call from this location. I don't know where I am, so I can't tell people to come here to pick me up. 2, to make another point, I don't trust you. You've given me no reason to, other than, bashing me over the head and kidnapping me. So, you hand me my phone, I unlock to make my call, find out that I'm in an area where there's absolutely no possible way to get a connection to anything. You get my phone unlocked and I get no call. That's what I'm going to That's what I suspect this would go down. So, give me a reason to believe you. Maybe give me where I am, and then we'll start talking about making a deal.
Maybe not just where you are, but why you're there.
I don't think I'm going to even get that much out of him.
And why you're a bachelor girl.
He wants to know about me.
Oh, again, you're not here for us to get information about you.
KC, as he's wiggling your phone in front of his face, you see that the screen shows that someone is calling you from an unknown number.
You want to get
What
that?
kind of ringtone would be playing out of curiosity?
What kind of ringtone would Casey have? Yep.
Okay, that makes sense, yeah.
Yep.
I thought it was going to be the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle theme.
Oh, okay. We're going with my version of the character, not the official fictional.
I know.
Yep.
But
so, that goes off.
Okay.
And it's been going off for about a few minutes now. As you both are looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get that?
As he questions you. That.
Seems important. They keep calling.
Well, I mean, obviously, it says unknown numbers, so I don't know them. I mean, of course, if it's like somebody important, which, oh God. Well, I can know a few people that would definitely call me, and they'd have an unknown number, and they would be very, very interested in my well-being. So, I don't know, maybe for your own personal safety, you should just give me my bloody phone back. Do I need to roll a charisma on that?
It does, in fact, the phone, for reference here, does in fact pop up 2 buttons, the answer button and the deny button. Because
By the way,
it
wouldn't
seems
it be
like
funny
it's
if
an emergency.
Wouldn't it be funny if it was the that scam robocall about your insurance?
Oh God!
Oh God, that would be fun.
Oh, that would be hilarious. But I mean, I can think of there are a couple different individuals that would one have my number, and 2 have their number blocked from being recognized. That would probably trying to get a hold of me if I disappeared. And
It-
I
it's-
know
it's
I know
still
M
going
knows
off.
that list.
It's still going off.
Again, I'll answer this at some point, but you sure you don't want to take a phone call first?
Hey, if it's one of the people that I'm thinking of, you answer it. It's your own ass, bud.
All right. I hit the accept button.
Are you gonna hit the speaker button as well?
I'll hit the Bluetooth button and set it to cell number 8.
Ooh, fancy.
Okay. He does this, and I'm going to play a audio clip here for a sec.
Okay.
And you hear this.
Hello, Casey. It's been quite a while, hasn't it? I simply did relish in the fact I just had to contact you again. And clearly, it's been worth it.
Hey! You were definitely on the list. How are you?
Oh, I've been waiting for our tea time. There, Casey. You did promise me a good tea time.
You know, I have this lovely parlor at my family home. All you have to do is call and we could schedule an appointment for you to swing by and we could definitely have a nice cup of tea.
I think we both know that, that wouldn't have been acceptable, especially since I can't physically be showing my face around your area.
I would assume that you would know that if I'm inviting someone to my home as a guest, I would be treating it as neutral ground.
I decided to take matters into my own hands and get you into a more comfortable position.
I'm going to take this moment to look down at my body and then look back at the accident on the other side since she's not here for me to look at. Like, comfortable for whom?
Uh-oh.
Careful. It's a rental.
Oh god, what is she doing with your body?
Yeah, am I transformed? Am I body switched? I don't know that yet. She could have my body in another room and be doing God knows what to it. I don't
She
know.
could be using it as a full body pillow.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah!
Here, let me put your mind into this blonde female's body, and I'm going to go ahead and have my way with your real body over here. You don't get to find out. I'm going to have my own
She
guy.
snuggles the crap out of your body.
No, okay, I'm stopping that right now. Jesus.
Holy crap, Cap. That is a terrifying thought.
She goes on to say, "Oh, well, don't worry, honey. The transformation will only last for until you get out of that cell, I assume? I don't actually know. The dear doctor does tend to experiment way too often for my own regards, but I do appreciate his service, so I can't just simply fire him."
My what now? So okay. So this is temporary.
I
Don't know.
So, but I do tend to like what he does for actual productivity.
Uh-huh. So, this is your way of inviting me over for tea.
One could say that.
Okay. Next time, call.
Oh, but I
asked
have
me
called.
to come to visit you for tea. And if you're uncomfortable at my place, and I can meet you at your place, you do not abduct guests. It's bad form. And as a lady of class and taste, I would assume you would be knowledgeable of this.
Oh, but you're a very special type of guest, sir. Or shall I say, ma'am?
Ooh, ooh, do you? That is another grievance.
I'm going to assume you don't really like the changes, but I can't really control your environment within this moment of time. I will leave you to my associate here.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully you will be able to talk with someone about your grievances or something else like that. Have a nice day. She hangs up.
Yeah, she was definitely on the list of people that I knew that might be calling me right now. And someone I suspected that could have been behind this. So you work for her, looking at the gentleman.
Well, she pays the bills.
It's a living.
It's always nice when the boss calls and you're doing your job.
Yeah, I can imagine what kind of boss she would be if she called and you weren't doing your job. Toast, you okay over there?
He probably finds this far funnier than he should.
I think he is finding this far funnier than he really should.
I think that he's got Melt as a magical girl stuck in his head.
Yes.
You're gonna be okay, Toast.
Just trying to keep a straight face, but just no.
It's okay, you're not on camera.
Yeah. Me, I've got to keep a straight face. I've got to try to take the situation as my character would. He's irritated to no end.
She's.
Wait. His physical form may have changed, but his mental state of mind has definitely not.
Okay, so his pronouns will still be him and his.
It doesn't matter what you look like on the outside. It's what you think on the inside that really matters.
There you go. Sweet. Love it. I love it. Okay.
So now you know the stakes. You sure you don't want to make that deal?
Wait, no. That would be an assumption for me to assume that I know the stakes. I know who's involved, but I don't know all of the information. At the same point, what would I gain by making a phone call other than giving you more information?
Yeah. You'd get something out of it before we just take the information.
Oh, okay.
You'd just
I'm assuming that you're a smart individual. A deal means both sides get something. You're giving me something where you're going to get the information anyways, and I get nothing out of it. There is no one that I could call and give no information that I have that would go ahead and change my current situation. Therefore, I gain nothing by making the phone call. Give me something. Offer me something that is worth having in this situation, and then maybe we can work something out. Make sense?
Indeed.
I mean, you tell me, who am I going to call and give what information to them about my predicament that would be able to change any of this?
Oh, God.
Put yourself in my shoes.
It
No,
may not
literally,
be the
switch.
information you give, it might be the information you get. The last thing you saw was the side of my axe.
If I was only a little bit quicker, it wouldn't have been the last thing I saw. It would have been you on the ground instead of me.
Like I said, last thing you saw, not the last thing that happened.
Having that information would still not change my current situation. And whatever happened after I hit the dirt, there will be repercussions. Because actions always have consequences.
Sometimes consequences are rewards.
Why do I get the feeling the ghost is dead?
The ghost is not dead.
God has said, relax.
But I am more akin, because I do not have the information that you're hinting at, that you're bluffing, just to try to motivate me. Again, you offer nothing, I give nothing. Good day, sir. I press the
Oh
button.
my God.
As you press the button, the screen goes back to its normal foggy tint.
I will then sit on the bed and I'm contemplating how I'm going to resolve this issue. Unless he has something of merit to offer me, I am really done talking with him. Because all I'm getting is bluster and bluff. I'm stuck here, so I can wait him out just fine.
I think this is.
I'm assuming the person that is his boss wants to keep me alive for some reason or another. She seems interested in me, so...
Kenny,
Yes.
are you gonna now just be taking your axe and his phone over to the control center or the doctor himself?
I'll probably pick up the chair, put it back in its spot, take the phone over to the doc, tell him that he wasn't willing to cooperate.
Okay, let me reveal the areas that you see now. Okay. Because you've seen this entire place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what happens and everything else like that. So, you.
Whoa.
You may have revealed it for me too, Em. Should I close my eyes?
I can't exactly not reveal it to you, so you're getting meta knowledge right now, but
I
now
will try not to go ahead and take it and use it inappropriately.
To be fair, he would have gotten some of this information whenever he cleared the glass.
Good point. Good point. Let's see. Suppose
Give
you've
me
seen
just
this
one moment.
area.
The connection with YouTube is kind of sketchy. I need to restart the stream to go ahead and make sure that things are working appropriately. One moment.
You know about the interrogation room?
Okay. Connection to YouTube should be resyncing. And, okay, we're looking good again. So, sorry if this stream was having any issues. For some reason, the connection between me and YouTube had caused a grand total of 23 frames to drop. But now we're back in circuit. And normally that doesn't happen unless there's like a lot of video going on and my computer's struggling. My computer isn't struggling, but yet 23 frames just dropped for no reason. So I'm like, But okay, back to it.
Alright, you know that the good old doctor is in the surgery room, which I have revealed, by the way.
All right.
This little area here. I'm trying to reveal everything that you know. Personally. There we go. Okay. So you're gonna go over to the good old doctor?
Yep.
As your token just zoops on by.
Warp.
He is working on the dead body that you harvested from the woods.
Here you go, Doc. He didn't want to give us the password, but he did get a call from the boss.
Oh, how lovely. Was she, happy to hear from him?
Well, at the very least, she didn't sound pissed, so that's good.
You know, a lot of people would actually appreciate having a call from her.
It's not as special when you can do it whenever you want.
I guess you being the, what was it? Relative of her?
Sibling.
Sibling. Ah, okay. Yes. Sorry. He gladly takes the phone and goes over to a little computer area. I'll make sure to try and process whether or not I can actually crack his code. It might be just as simple as either a circle or something.
Well, I don't know if it'll help you or not, but his ringtone was a baseball theme.
I love context clues.
I'll have to look around with that. Maybe it's a diamond. I don't. He's a smart, intelligent scientist man. What do you want from him?
Casey isn't exactly complex, so what am I gonna do, okay?
No, he is
Casey
not
should have
complex
taken
at
that
all.
phone call.
No, there's no reason why Casey should have made a phone call out, though. Logically, there's no benefit to it.
No, there really isn't. It would just give him more information.
Exactly.
Let's see. Hold on.
If anything, I think it would just distract Jess from tracking me down anyways.
The doctor then turns back over to you, Kenny, and says, can you instruct your personnel that I've given you to do some rounds and whatnot, make sure that no one starts fussing or anything. I need to continue my research on this body. He walks over to the... He walks past the insect statue thing that is currently held inside a gelatin core of a cylindrical tube. As he says body, and then goes back to the body and continues working even more on it. I did find something of use here inside this man's pockets.
Oh, really? Do tell.
A musical box, trinket. It doesn't seem to have any real use. It's missing a box and a crank, it looks like. I don't care for it. Would you like to have it?
Oh, certainly. I'll see if we can't figure out what he was doing with it. If you find anything else on him, let me know.
Yes, Casey?
Question. Being that he said he put his chair back and got up and left and everything, did my character hear that?
Yes.
Shoot. Let me see if reloading will fix this, but looks like the stream wasn't working for me.
Hold on.
Stream's still working for me.
Okay, it's good. It was just
Okay.
glitching up on my end.
Okay. Dang it, YouTube.
Go home, YouTube. You are drunk.
I am going to go ahead. Take
Yes,
a
but
moment.
you did hear him leave.
I'll go ahead and...
And you also do hear a few other noises, by the way.
Oh,
To
Go ahead.
To the left of you, you hear this. That's to the left. And to the right of you, if you are in fact facing where you were facing Kenny,
Mm-hmm.
to the right of you, you hear a sort of muffled cat. Would you like to make any sort of noise?
Oh, well, that's more information than I knew before.
So, groaning of the undead to my left, and some sort of intelligent individual to my right. The walls on either side, I know that the front was that whole glass stuff, but the walls on the right, what are they made out of, as far as I can tell?
They seem to be made out of the same exact stuff.
But they didn't go clear when I pressed the button, did they?
No.
Can I, how thick does the glass seem to be?
Upon further inspection, it looks like it's as thick as bulletproof glass. Upon the shadow glass stuff that that technology, and then another pane of bulletproof glass. So, however thick that would be, I think a few good inches of just straight up bulletproof glass, and the fog glass, and then more bulletproof glass.
Alright, so touching the wall to my right, I'm like, damn. This is definitely too thick for me to try to punch through.
You're going to hear a slight tapping on the wall as well as some muffled footsteps walking up to the wall. Hello? You're awake there, yeah?
Yes. I assume that you're a non-voluntary guest as well?
Oh, yes. I've been here for about a week now. They wouldn't tell me anything.
Oh. Yes, no. They obviously wanted me here for them to have me tell them stuff rather than them tell me stuff. So I kind of agree with you. This place is not a place where they provide you information, but where they get information out of you.
Oh, so an interrogation room, eh? I've just been hearing some rather strange noises in the other cells. Wasn't really sure what they were up to.
I would assume that, with the groans coming from the cell on the other side of me, either someone is having a very bad irritable bowel syndrome, or they are not among us in the normal sense anymore.
Oh no, I'm fairly certain that fellow's undead. I've seen them wheel him in and out more than...
Oh, great. At
They're more than a little bit cautious, needless to say.
Have you seen how these cells open normally? I mean, I'm assuming they don't just magic us in and magic us out of them.
They use some kind of... I was going to say a key card, but it looks more like a stone of a sort that they rub against a rune, and it just seems to pop open.
I'm going to go ahead and start looking at the front of the glass. Where would you say that rune is normally?
I'm going to kind of walk over and... Well, generally it's to the... Well, if you're facing the cell door, it would be on your right, I believe. So where my character is currently standing on each cell.
I'm going to see if I can see where this sigil or rune is in the glass at all.
It's a little hard to see. It's generally easier to kind of look at the other cell area. Gives you a partial view of it. Oh, by the way, what's your name?
Casey.
Ah, Daniel. Daniel Sunderland. Nice to meet you.
A pleasure. Am I making the rune out anywhere?
That would be a sharp roll, wouldn't it?
I believe that would be a sharp. I was gonna ask him, hey, can you roll a sharp? Are you about to investigate a mystery or read a bad situation?
Ooh. Well, this is a bad situation, but I think the mystery of trying to figure out how to open my cell is probably what I'm trying to do right now. So you still need me to roll sharp, right?
I would love for you to roll your sharp.
Going to use the power of heart to kind of help out there,
The power
but I don't
of
think you used it.
How are you helping him out?
It doesn't matter. That's only if it'll help someone, but in this case, he rolled high enough. He doesn't need the help.
Yeah, well, I mean, that is a critical success and a critical failure all in one roll.
I mean,
Oh,
that
sorry, I
is a
didn't see.
9.
I misread it. I thought that was Casey's there. That's Kenneth's. Hang on.
Casey.
I don't know what happened here, but everything got mixed up there.
What?
For some reason, it moved my scroll, even though it was originally set to the bottom, all the way up.
Oops.
Okay, so yeah, I'll help out. Sorry.
Alrighty.
Technical difficulties. Sorry.
Yes, very much technical difficulties. I'm over here like, what the heck? In the meanwhile,
While he's doing that roll, hey, Stream Video Games, welcome to the stream.
Anyway, I can provide assistance.
Toast, you're across the room from KC. You are basically this thing right here.
Mhm.
This thing that's labeled demon.
Mhm.
So no. Not unless you make some sort of sound and say, hey! Hey! Hey!
And I think just to be on the safe side, since it's a doll, creepy doll, they probably have all kinds of fun runes to block anything that would, like any talk or anything like that.
For the most part.
Yeah,
Oh, is that? Oh.
I'm muffled.
Let me see if I can help you here. If you kind of sideways glance it, just like so. Also, I think there's some movement in the cell across from us. Can't quite make it out, though. That room's been blacked out, so it's a little hard to see, but occasionally I see through there. It's a little strange, really.
You see something, a shadow of something smack against the wall and kind of slide off and then go back away from it. Just keeps repeatedly doing that.
Hang on, folks. I think Em is trying to sort out what the result of the roll is and capped cell. She'll be with us to let us know what we're doing, what's going on next.
Space Dragon was wondering what kind of bullets, whereas the glass meant to block. I just put conventional munitions.
Oh, well, more along the lines of magical bullets, spiritual bullets, anything that would be resulted in, oh, a magical presence has decided to do a thing and be, oh, wait, never mind. That just bounced off the thing and is bouncing all around my room. Oh.
So basically, bulletproof glass that has been magically shielded.
Magically enhanced bulletproof glass is how I put it, with reinforced with force fields.
So I'm assuming that it would take, a disenchantment spell plus a tank round to go ahead and get through it. Yeah.
So I'm
Something
guessing,
akin to the walls from the 13th Ghost.
Ooh, good movie reference.
I've never seen it.
It's a good movie. It's a horror movie. It's kind of creepy. I wouldn't say it
love
would.
horror
I would say
You know
it's
this,
one of
right?
those movies that I honestly didn't find scary. Like it never got me terrified, but at the same time it was like, oh, that's kind of creepy.
the backward body bend from the very beginning of it still haunts me to this day.
Definitely
The mom and the
unnerving.
kid. Ugh.
Definitely unnerving, but not terrifying. I guess the
Mother and son jumps to my mind.
Ooh.
Okay, sweethearts and lovelies.
Oh. So I'm sitting here trying to see this rune, and
You're sitting here trying to do the rune,
and all of a sudden I hear this rumbling belch.
what was the role of the help out? Did Cap roll
It's
at all?
no, I don't roll. Remember?
He's providing
Okay,
assistance.
does the keeper and
It automatically
Cap,
helped us, so you rolled a 10.
What?
Do you guys need to sort something out and then get back to us?
Oh wait, shoot! I just misread this. It's when I'm fighting a monster, so no, I have to roll. Sorry.
That's what I'm saying here. Please roll your cool.
Fine.
Don't find me.
Fine. I'm clicking roll, but nothing's going on. I'm sorry.
Do you remember you have to click OK on the forward thing that'll pop up in the center of the screen that's probably hidden by your character?
There he goes. There you go.
Oh, nice.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
so you turn Casey's sharp into a 10 instead of a 9.
Okay, so that bumps it up by 1.
Were you investigating a mystery or reading a bad situation?
Again, we chose investigating a mystery. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And kind of Daniel's explanation for how he's helping Ice, he's telling him how to look at it while in the cell.
Okay. On a 10 plus, hold 2. So you get to ask me 2 questions of the following, which is what happened here, what sort of creature is it, what can it do, what can hurt it, where did it go, what was it going to do, what is being concealed here.
Go through the questions again. I'm trying to figure out which one would actually glean me the information I need to deal with this.
What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What is it going to do? And what is being concealed here?
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and assume that these questions are going to be, considering the specific situation we're in, that they're going to go ahead and be rephrased a little bit.
Just ever so slightly.
So I'm assuming instead of what can hurt it, what is the rune's weakness? I'm assuming kind of means the same thing. Can we agree on that? So that'll be one question. And what is concealed here? Again, I'm looking more at the learning more about the locking mechanism itself. How does it work, kind of. If that makes sense, those are the 2 questions I want to go ahead and go with.
So the first question is, please state it for me there, Casey.
What is its weakness?
It looks like the weakness of the locking mechanism seems to be more along the lines of you need a stone in order to open said rune thing, because it'll just put the stone in and then turn the stone, and that just seems to be like the weakness is the stone specifically.
So if I can get the stone, I can get out.
If you can get the stone, you can get out.
Okay.
What is being concealed here is, well, you are in a prison cell that is inside a whole place that you don't know very well. What is being concealed here is that a lot of magical stuff is all around you. You don't know whether or not monstrous beings are, in fact, to your left, right, up, down, all around. You just know for a fact that a lot of, like, lockdown mechanisms are in place to make sure that this entire facility does not, in fact, like, get overrun with magical powers. Because we need to figure out the magical powers behind all of the things.
Okay, so basically the best way to cause everyone to have a bad day is to short out the entire magical grid these runes work on, where everything gets released at the same time. That would be a bad day. Okay.
That would be a good day for you, because everyone else would be, running about and It would be like that scene in the cabin in the woods. You know that
Yeah.
one scene, that one really good scene. Love that. Heart.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say this in the direction of my little new friend. I don't think this is gonna do anything, but I'm gonna try a thing. I have no idea how this is gonna turn out. We may end up in a
be careful.
Yeah, well, we'll find out how effective I can be at tampering with things. I'm going to go ahead and take the sheet from my bed, and I'm going to wrap it up, tie it tight and make it as solid, as hard as I can. I'm going to start experimenting with the ward lock. I am going to go ahead and see, because again, so far I've been able to use magical items by channeling magic through them to get them to do unique things. I don't know if there's any inherent magical properties that they attach to the sheets, probably to help them stay clean or keep them from, wearing out fast. I don't know. But this place, they seem to like putting magic into everything. So, why not try it? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shove the sheets into the lock, and I am going to force every ounce of magical power I can into the locking mechanism, hopefully frying the entire magical circuit.
So you're channeling what little magic you possibly contain within your own self into these sheets to try and unlock a mechanism where all you have to do is put a stone in it and turn it.
Is there a stone in my cell, Em?
No, there is no stone in your cell.
Okay.
So, I need you to roll your weird.
This is a long shot. Oh my god, this is a long shot. My
Time
weird
for
of
12.
1 is probably not going to help me.
Close.
Let me look.
I almost forgot,
And?
since I actually gave my character name, I can actually change my name back.
Yes, you can. Let's see. When you use magic on a 10+, the magic works without issues. Choose your effect. So, the list of effects here are as such. Inflict harm, enchant a weapon, do one thing that is beyond human limitations, bar a place or portal to a specific person or type of creature, trap a specific person, minion, or beast, banish a spirit, summon a monster into the world, communicate with something that you do not have the same language as, observe another place or time, and heal one harm from an injury, or cure disease, or neutralize poison.
So, I mean, assuming the closest thing I would be doing there is an enchant a weapon or item, and I made bed sheets of unlocking?
Ooh, that would be a very, very cool thing. I would also probably suggest either bar a place or portal to a specific person or type of creature with what little magic.
Well, I'm literally going to say, considering that I am in every way untrained in magic, and I was just trying to overload things, given the different things I said, the bed sheets of unlocking would be the weirdest thing I've ever done in a game before, or just transferring me outside the cell would work too, but considering that, again, I am an untrained caster, I will leave it to the keeper to decide what actually happens.
So, you have this ball of wrapped up sheets inside your arm.
Mm-hmm.
You've put it into this little slot that a stone would usually be put
Mm-hmm.
in. And you try and channel as much energy as you possibly can into this one force. You hope and pray that it actually works to your advantage. You feel like the power is actually going into the sheets, and the sheets start to form and shape into what the stone would possibly look like.
Mm-hmm.
The sheets even get off of your arm, in fact, as you're just holding the sheets up against this area. It starts to reform ever so slightly, but then the sheets just kind of go into a mush and then flop over to the ground as the magic sizzles off of it and off of the tips of your fingers. You're still holding your hand to the door, mind you.
Okay.
But the magic is not there. It's not connecting to anything. It seems to have just like sizzled out and disappeared, actually. To your surprise.
Yeah, there's a magical resistor. It basically drains off excess magical energy if you're trying anything related to that.
Thanks for the information.
You didn't say what you were doing. I just heard you say something about trying something, and then I heard a slight fizzling noise.
You heard a fizzle noise, and then also a slimy plop to the ground as all his sheets are now goo.
I am a bit curious what that plopping noise was, though, and possibly a bit disturbed.
I tried to turn my bed sheets into a key.
Oh, you too?
Yeah,
well,
the door was not having any of that.
Well, no, I tried to mold it into the shape of a key, but it's really hard to work with these freaking mittens on.
I see from the room that it looks like the floors are made of a tile.
It's a metallic tile, sort of ask. As upon further inspection of the floor, you do take notice that this metal looks like it has traces of salt coated on it.
Yeah, the floor is basically bolted on there. I'm not sure what they do to cover up the bolts, but I haven't been able to find anything yet. I also noticed ghosts tend to bounce around in there.
Okay. You can't have a magically warded lock where it resists magic at the same time. There's got to be a way around this. Because to have a magic system and then have a system that drains all magic, there's got to be some way to disengage...
The salt doesn't drain magic.
No. And that's not what I'm referring to, Em.
Okay, cool.
I'm talking about the magical resistor circuit that's built into the door.
The
door has a magical lock, yet it has this resistor circuit that absorbs magical energy. Yes?
Yes. I'm following.
Kind of. Not exactly. That's only to your guys' assumption.
Okay.
Sunderland's been there a while, so that's just kind of what he...
observed so far.
Also, I would like to be able to get at my tools here, but I don't know what Nemo was thinking, but he broke the zipper off of this costume and I can't get free.
Costume? Zipper?
Long story. Please don't ask. This is the last time I let Nemo convince me to do anything related with costumes.
You said the demon can't talk, or can't. He's just muffled, right?
It's sealed, basically.
It's just a little bit muffled. There can be noise heard still, and you can be heard. But before we continue on with that little conversation, can we go over to Kenny's conversation with his troops?
Okay.
I was going to assume that was done off screen, and just have one of the guards roll through the cell to check everything.
Oh, well, that could work.
Kind of just let the players know there are guards patrolling the area.
There are definitely guards patrolling the area. I just wanted to have a conversation. But okay, fine.
I mean, I'm
All
more
right.
than happy to do that. I just didn't know if you wanted us to do that actively.
I would love to do that, so that the audience can see your perspective here a bit too.
All right.
Back over at the top corner of the map. Tippy top corner.
Top
I'm
left.
working on it.
Top left.
Oh, to the right, there's a scroll bar.
Gary, Clone 1, Clone 3, Jim. You know, honestly, no, I'm just Clone 2, Bob, Clone 4. Hey, at least they're not all called Gary. Gary.
That was the inspiration.
Oh,
that was the
God.
inspiration. Yes.
Turn
okay.
orders. Why are we turning turn orders on? And why do we see a little ragdoll jumping about?
Oh, just be patient. Small one.
Right now, all you really hear from that, because muffled room, is an occasional thump, and then something sliding, and then thump, and then something sliding, just over and over.
There. Okay. So Kenny, you're talking to your clone soldier things.
I shouldn't have to say this every time. You don't go all on break at the same time. You know who's not working the rotation right now.
They
We
they
can't have-
immediately like get up out of their beds and just are immediately like, "Sir, sorry, sir."
Why couldn't they have cloned brain cells?
Basically, your character is Django Fett, just so you know.
Oh,
Think
God.
General Knox.
Yeah, but your stormtroopers are just a little bit thick.
No, think General Knox from Borderlands.
Oh, God.
Alright. 1, 2, Jim. You guys are on you guys are supposed to be out and about. 4 and Gary. You know that you're supposed to be watching over the doctor. 3 and 4, you know you're on break.
1, 2, and Jim. Boy. Okay, so let me try and get this all figured out here. Okay. Let's see. Here's 1. Here is 2, and here is Jim. They all 3 are on what now?
1 and 2, you're on clockwise. Jim, you're on counterclockwise. If you don't check in with another guard, you need to go and make sure that something hasn't happened.
Sir, yes, sir.
Oh god, they're totally stormtroopers.
Worst.
There's those. Gary.
And Bob
Gary and Bob.
are watching over the doctor. One
What
inside
about
the lab, one outside. Don't let him push you around.
Okay, so I'm gonna move Gary over to side of the doctor. And I'm going to move... Was it Bob?
Bob.
Yes. Bob. I'm gonna move Bob onto the inside with the doctor. Right there. And let's see. Clone 3 and 4
They're on break.
do not have turns. Got you. There we go. Okay, sweet.
Should have named one of them Jerry.
Gary? No.
No, Jerry.
Gary, Jerry, and Bob.
Harry. One of them could have been Harry.
Gary, Jerry, Barry, Harry, Bob.
Do it.
No,
Don't forget Larry.
Oh my god.
I love y'all. Okay. Clone 3 is gonna go back to bed. Clone 4 is gonna go back. There we go.
And of course, you know, I'm looking through 'em, looking for things, and I'm like, okay, so what do these guys do in their off time? And then I found out.
They sleep.
They're clones. They're low maintenance.
Well, actually, no. Clone 3 is gonna go over to past the armory, which is over in this nice, pretty little area. And, then go over into the shooting range. You think I'm gonna reveal the shooting range to you quite yet? Ha!
Alright, and then I will go to the control room.
Okay.
I think is over here.
Yes, the control room is over there. So the door slides open, and hold on one sec. Door slides open, slides closed. There. Okay. And you are at the control room.
Alright, facing the bank of monitors and feet up on the console.
Muddy, muddy feet on the console. Okay. And so you're just watching specifically the monitors of the prisoners, correct?
Nope, Rick and Morty.
Oh. Oh, you're watching Rick and Morty. Okay. All right.
This is.
You're watching. You're rewatching the entire first season again.
Yep.
Of Rick and Morty. Okay. So, with that being said, you guys hear stomping of footsteps because certain armored men, menish men, are doing rounds.
Take back.
Clone 2 is gonna go over here through this weird salt-ish looking glop, and he'll go right through it. As if it's like it's like a little water ripple effect when he goes through it too. So he'll just like when slime goes, when you put your fingers through slime, that sort of thing. And he'll do his rounds here.
Do I notice him coming close?
Yeah, sure you do.
I attempt to connect telepathically.
I'm picturing a bug zapper type noise when he tries this.
Pretty much, yeah. It fizzles.
Huh.
Yeah,
You
magically
I can see you
shielded.
trying.
Yes. You can't.
I had left my window opaque, right?
You left your window closed and shaded, remember?
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm assuming that they have the option to turn it on when they want to.
Yes, they do.
Okay. And I do hear someone walking around outside there, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's just mainly going back and then forth and then back and then forth.
The weakness to any system is its own personnel. I'm going to whisper over to my right. I'm going to try something else. I need you to go ahead and call out the guard that you thought you heard something unusual in my cell. At which point, I'm going to go ahead and take, like, the remains of my bed sheets, and I'm going to basically throw it as hard as I can on the ground, and then collapse down next to it, and, like, completely look like I've been, like, knocked unconscious by something.
So wait, you're gonna make a thud and then
Play
He's
dead.
gonna lay on the ground, yeah.
dead. Okay.
Yeah. So
You're making a thud and playing dead.
And I basically asked Danny to go ahead and call the guard over and let them know I'm doing the sick prisoner trope. Okay, we all know what this is. It is not hard to contemplate, but that's what I'm doing. I am laying sprawled out and collapsed in my cell. I made a loud thud. I let Danny know that to call over the guard.
Okay.
The clone hears the loud thud.
Hey, you over there.
Hello?
I just heard something over in the cell next door. Sounds like whoever's in there fell over. Might want to see what's going on.
Ah, shut up.
Want me to roll charm here?
Yes, go ahead and roll charm.
Oh, snap. Please,
Oh.
you go look into it.
He's all, oh, yeah, I probably should actually go look into it. I don't want to get anyone to be killed on my job. He goes over to the cell and opens the cell.
Uh-oh.
Oh, hey, are you okay, sir? He looks down at you.
Again, I'm collapsed on the floor. I'm not responding. I'm waiting for him to get closer.
No, sir.
Before he decides to get up closer, he decides to radio over to Kenny. Kenny, sir, Kenny.
At which point,
What is it now?
One of the prisoners, the new guy, seems to have collapsed on the ground and is dead. I don't know how to check a pulse, actually.
These clones are grade A.
grade A mooks. I mean, come on. These give stormtroopers a bad name, and I didn't think that was possible.
These make stormtroopers look like the Green Beret.
I don't know how to check a pulse because he's actually human. What do I do, sir? I've already opened up the cage to look into it.
Uh-oh.
Oh God. Look over at the monitor, see that he actually has the door open. Like, close the door.
Okay,
Get
sir.
some help.
That,
He closes the door.
you know, a little time to go ahead and take advantage of any of that in between you and the community. Because when he gets on the radio, I would have wanted to punch him in the throat. But, I mean, no possible time to react in there. So yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go and rewind.
No. The situation's already played out.
No, that's
No.
perfect.
No.
Rewind
That
it.
is we're rewinding that. Come on. He's radioing over to Kenny. Sir, Kenny, sir.
Throat punch.
Now's the time.
You gonna throw punch? Okay, roll your tough.
I'm not used to this body. I don't know how well this is going to work.
Apparently you throw
Very tough.
a
you
megaton
are-
punch.
You're apparently a very, very, very strong, independent female woman. Nice. He's all sir, and goes kneeling on the ground, like kind of in pain, like, oh, that was a throat punch. Ugh.
At which point, while he's down, arm goes around neck, pressure on back of the head, and I'm just sitting there choking him out. Shh, just go to sleep. Go to sleep. No, it's gonna be okay. You'll be fine. Just go to sleep.
And then he like goes limp.
At which point, I'm going to go ahead and pull him into the cell, put him on my bed, pull the sheet over him, pat him down for the key.
For
Wait, did
the
you just-
key.
Did you just spread your sheet soup over him?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and obscure
He
him.
took the glob of sheet and just
Like- So you can't quite make out of this guard. It looks like a mess, though.
Kenny, are you doing anything in retaliation to hearing on the radio this sort of reaction?
I would assume that they were about to radio me for something stupid, so I'm going to ignore it.
Basically, he puts it down to radio static.
No, I heard it, sir. Cough. I'm just like, they don't have to radio me when they have to cough.
It could be worse. He could have been in the bathroom.
You heard everything. Everything from him going to just the choke out, and you heard the dragging. That's all.
Oh shit! I'm in trouble.
As I'm hearing that, I'm going to look over at the monitor.
By this point, he's already
See
pulled
that the door is open. See the feet get dragged into the cell.
Yep.
Damn it! My money was on Jim.
Jim together.
Okay.
Yeah, lean forward, get up off the, lean forward to the console, hit the button for the AI.
The AI, let me pull her up, says,
"Hello, my name is A2319.
As we don't need to go through this every time, I'm Kenny."
Kenny hates his job.
I'm sure that he is properly awarded for putting up with this nonsense.
oh yeah, he's awarded big time.
One of the prisoners has his door open and a guard in his cell. Let's raise the alertness status. If he leaves the cell, give him the warning.
Yes.
And the AI now is taking control of the situation, closes the door immediately with a loud Casey, are you gonna turn to see that?
Like, oh shit. Well, it couldn't have been too easy. At which point I'm searching the guard for the key. Because he had to open the cell, so therefore he has the key on him.
Hey, did you get the guard in there? He doesn't have anything sharp that you find, does he?
Well, I'll let you know when I'm done searching him. He's sleeping right now, though.
He's got a tranquilizer gun and a crambit.
And
there's a
everything's covered in
small
sheets.
gap in between the cells here. If you could slip me something there, I can get out of here.
The crampet?
Something, anything. Just something sharp so I can get out of this damn thing. I've been in here for a week.
That's what I've been trying to... Go ahead. I'll shut that through. I'll take the stun rifle for myself.
As you pull up the crambit out of the goop that was your sheets, it seems that the sheets have decided to take a majority of the blade with them. So there's just like a handle of a crambit and no blade.
Oh, what's happened to the soldier underneath that?
Yeah, that's a very good question.
Casey should probably stop touching his sheets.
What the hell? So is the tranquilizer gun still intact and functional?
For the most part, yes.
Okay.
Casey, you do hear a voice come up, robotic voice, come up from the speakers around you, saying,
KC, what do you think you are doing?
Exercise?
No.
Yeah,
The AI's judging you.
Hello there, computer. What's your name?
Hello, my name is A2319.
I just want to be very clear. Are you or are you not in any way related to the Red Queen?
No.
Okay. Thank goodness. So I don't know if anybody else gets that reference, but that would have been bad.
We would have been lasered, yes.
Yes, I do not want to be lasered. Okay, so my magical goop is melting everything underneath it, at least everything metal-ish. So, sorry, I don't have anything sharp, unfortunately. I don't know how long this guy's gonna be okay, but alright. So I found absolutely no key on him.
You have absolutely no key on him. He,
Wait. If you have something that's eating metal, maybe you could try using it to open a hole thing.
I'm sorry, you cut out really bad there, Cap.
Yes, you did.
Maybe you can use whatever that goop is to open a hole in the wall or something if it's eating metal. Like maybe between us or maybe a way out?
Okay, I try to very quickly getting my hands on the goop, but getting it right off the goop itself. On the crack in the wall between our cells, I just start smearing the goop to see what happens.
KC, what do you think you are doing?
Creative problem solving?
No.
So,
The guy doesn't like me.
what does happen?
It's like me. Oh.
Space Dragon Gaming in chat says, use no U on the robot. It will confuse it.
Oh god, AI breaker.
No, wait. Hold on.
Divide by 0.
Dang it, Cap!
No.
I'm kidding.
I was gonna try that. I was
No.
gonna say. Oh, okay.
Go for it. Go for it.
No, apparently the AI already disagrees. Question, what's the procedure in case of a fire emergency?
You cut out there. What was that?
I'm trying to ask the AI, what is the procedure for a fire emergency?
It doesn't respond.
Any reaction to the wall getting the magical sheet goop being spread on the crack?
There is no reaction whatsoever, and it seems to, the magical sheet goop seems to harden and solidify as soon as you put it on there.
Right, the anti-magic on the wall.
Well, at least I know that if I need to deal with demagicking stuff. Okay.
Does any get through the crack out of curiosity?
No.
There's got to be a solution.
Hey,
Wait,
AI, how are you doing tonight? Daniel's gonna give it a try here.
Go for it. While you're doing that, I'm going to...
Hello, my name is A2319.
By the way, I can't, for whatever reason, hear the thing since I don't play any sound from the stream. So I have no way of hearing it, besides waiting.
Don't you have the sound in Roll20 turned on?
I do, but it doesn't play for me.
Why?
It's weird.
And I have enabled background, sound and all that, so I don't know why.
Oh,
You're not hearing the awesome robotic voice of yours truly.
Well, I hear it, but I don't. I have to hear it in the stream chat or stream on the stream there.
Sad.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Hang on. Let me see if I try some here.
Okay, while he's doing that, I am literally stripping the guard of clothing.
Well, he has no more armor because all of the sheet goop decided to, eat that. The guard is in his underwear now. Just
Are they hard boxers?
Oh my goodness, you made clothing dissolving ooze.
Okay, try playing the sound real quick again.
Playing the sound now.
Hello, my name is
I still don't hear it.
19.
The only reason I'm hearing it at all is because it's leaking through Toast's headset.
Mm-hmm.
Not die for my headset leak.
It's actually kind of helping me.
I don't know what's going on with your setup, Cap, because I hear it perfectly
I have no
fine.
idea.
Let's see how I got mine set up. I have.
Do you have your master volume turned
Master volume is set to... Music volume level is set to... a little over 3/4 there.
I don't know.
What do you have your audio output source to?
I can only put it to none because there's no means of me...
So
Anywho.
Going into Roll20, your audio output source, the only option is none?
Yeah.
Well, there's your problem.
I'll monkey with it later, but I'm assuming the AI is just saying help and all that.
Yes.
Yeah.
The AI is saying, "Hello, my name is A2319."
A query to you. What would happen if you told a person to sit in a circular room?
You're cutting out really bad,
You
Cap.
cut out there.
Hang on, I'm moving my mic closer to my face.
Okay.
That might help, but that might not. I don't know. You cut out a lot. Anyhow.
Okay, so a query to you. What would happen if you were to tell a person in a circular room to sit in the corner?
It replies with,
I apologize. I cannot do that. It would be against my code.
Would you like me to say that back?
Please do.
"Yes."
I apologize. I cannot do that. It would be against my code.
No, I'm just asking a question, you know? What's the answer, do you know?
The AI goes silent again, and Kenny, the A2319 goes back over to your cell specifically. But keep in mind, it's the entire A2319 is the AI for everything.
Okay.
And it actually, like, you know, is smart enough to understand that the prisoners are trying to escape by confusing me. So it decides to relay the information to Kenny.
It seems it isn't working. But we probably should get number 2 out of the cell.
A2319 asks, should I go with procedure number 11?
That'll work. Let me know how that results.
Casey, are you currently on the bed? Or is it just the clone?
The clone is currently on the bed, but I am right next to the bed.
The bed flips over.
What?
And takes clone to his own bed, removing everything and giving you whole new sheets.
Round 2, fight.
Well, that was worth a shot. Did you get anything off of that?
Well, I had a tranquilizer gun.
What does it still have the needles attached to the darts?
I'll check. M?
Yes, it has a few, like as in 3.
I have 3 rounds that have needle tips, I guess. You want me to slip you one?
Yeah, if you could.
I will slip one through the crack. As I hear someone approaching, I'll go ahead and hide the... I'll lay down on my bed, hiding the remaining rifle and trinket guard.
I'll assume that you pass the dart to me there.
Yeah. Pass him the dart and then sit on my sheet with the trinket gun in my...
Okay.
Yeah.
And my character is going to quickly move after grabbing the dart and sitting on the bed like nothing happened.
I'm still thumping against the wall.
The
Dum,
the doctor
dum.
seems to have a remote control device to untint every single cell in vicinity. So he presses the one singular button and every single cell untints, and you see all of the creatures that he has taken. And you see for the first time this doctor in a not so very traditional doctor mask of a plague doctor mask specifically.
Okay.
He has black dark clothing on. He has just like goggles on as well, and he's looking at you directly. The goggles seem to like blink in robotic fashion a little bit.
So kind
As
of
if
like
he's
camera
blinking.
shutters.
Yes,
Okay.
like camera shutters. And his voice comes out of the mask specifically. Oh, a new subject! Lovely, lovely, lovely! I get to test out your wits a little bit. This is so nice. You seem to be human, though. So, Sophina did not really tell me you were going to be completely human. I thought you were gonna be a bit magical looking. But I guess that's going to be alright. A2319, would you please, have our guest in front of me go into the testing room? A2319 responds with a solid yes.
Yes.
And an electrical field surrounds you, Casey.
Still holding onto the gun, but still hiding it under the sheet. Like.
And you alone does it surround.
Okay.
It drags you, and you alone, over to the opening of the cell, and you are paralyzed within this shield, by the way.
Lovely.
The cell closes behind you. The doctor gets a closer inspection on you. And he looks at you in your female form still, and saying the words, you know, that scarf was really nice. I might want to give it to Kenny. Okay, go on. And
In my paralyzed state, did the sheets and gun get wedged in my hand?
no.
So it forced me to let go of the gun while paralyzing me.
Yes.
God,
I would like to point
every
out
little advantage that I try to go ahead and get in my favor. Time after time. Oh.
As you come out of the little goopy doorway, you notice that you are now male again. Surprisingly enough. And also, you see a new cell with a very large owlbear-looking-esque creature inside a pit-like cell being guarded.
I would like to point out that as they left, the demon shakes his porcelain fist at them as they leave. And then goes back to thumping the wall.
Gary flips you off, saying something along the lines of, stupid doll.
I'm going to assume Kenny's also going to get up and help escort.
Nope, he's now he's watching the monitors, but it's not really paying attention. He
This is
sees
the
the
normal
movement,
day.
but he knows that things are still under control.
And the doctor says a little bit more to the AI. Hey, A 2319. After we're done testing this one for resilience and whatnot, I would love for him to be put inside the interrogational cell for Kenny to see if he can wriggle out any more information on his friends, specifically.
While this is going on, I'm going to notice that slit in the cell next to me on the right-hand side. Hey there, you friendly?
The stone figure looks over at you, and she is 9 feet tall, stone golem-esque figure with like very, very much statuesque looking face that is. It blinks a few times and says, "You haven't talked to me ever since you got here, and now you decide to speak?"
I'm sorry, I couldn't see you before and I didn't know who was in the cell, and I kept hearing the zombie, so I am terribly sorry.
Okay, I'll give you that.
By this point, just so you know, my character has managed to make a hole in one of the hands, and he's basically tearing the costume off with that needle.
As long as he doesn't stick himself with it.
I know. He's being absolutely careful with that. I'm going to try and fry the door lock here. I'm going to try and fry yours next. You okay with that?
I mean, I guess it's better than nothing.
Okay, so
Alright.
Daniel's going to move up to the lock, concealing the torn arm now that he has his nunchucks out.
Okay,
And he is going to poke the lock with a full charge of the nunchucks.
You were able to sneak your nunchucks?
They were in his suit. They didn't realize. They thought he was a creature. All of his gear is still on him, but it's in the suit he couldn't take off.
Alright, alright. That's good.
Also, Daniel smells lovely because he's been in this goddamn costume for a week.
Oh, I found a female stone golem swordsman for you. Let me know if that works.
Yeah, that works perfectly, actually. I see it now.
Alright.
Yeah, that's the kind of look I was looking for.
Alright. I'll go ahead and just put that in Dark Shadows chat for future reference. Oop. In case this NPC sticks around for a while.
Alrighty, and Clone 4 has decided to take Clone 2's place. So, back over to there.
Well, at least they're smart.
He didn't say that when this was going on, so...
Well, he only just now noticed that Clone 2 was in his own bed, so he decided, okay, whatever, I'll take the job. There. And, yeah, there we go.
But for those wondering, he was wearing a Mothman costume with these big mitt-like things with no fingers.
Yeah,
So he had, like, no dexterity.
Did I send the picture with the Mothman costume? No? Here, let me fix that. For a sec. I had to rename the picture Moth. Boop.
Oh boy. So this is the costume that he... Oh my god.
Boop.
Okay, I'm gonna say right now...
There was a long story involving one of his teammates suggesting they lure out the Mothman by dressing him up in that costume.
This is a huge picture of...
I didn't mean to have it be huge. It's not my fault.
Yeah, I cannot fit the entire picture on my screen, but that is a nice fursuit that person put together.
I know, right? I love it.
I wonder if they have
years.
a thread extending from maybe one of their fluff arms to their lower arms to get them to move in unison.
By the way, Daniel has no idea where the heck one of his teammates got this costume, just so you know. He just warned him don't rip it up or anything because there's a deposit on it.
Oh, and he just tore it open to get out of it?
Yep.
Well, there goes the deposit.
Well, to be fair, he's been in a jail cell trapped in that suit for weeks.
A week.
Yeah,
A week.
Oh, that deposit's long since gone then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hey, guess what? Good old Danny. Can you please roll your tough with your nunchucks?
I'm using the electric charge on it, though.
But
But I'll roll tough. I'll roll tough.
are you wanting to use weird instead?
Nope, I'll roll tough.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Oh, hey, look, tough works. Okay, so what exactly are you trying to get with it?
I'm basically trying to poke the lock with it to overload it. Because if it has a magic drain circuit, this is not magic. This is electric energy.
Yeah, that cell just immediately goes really dark. And
You shorted out the lights.
you shorted out the entirety of that cell.
And then I am going to use my multi-tool to pick the lock.
Oh.
I have a multi-tool.
The cell opens wide up.
And then I'm going to quickly move over before anyone notices and get the Stone Giant's cell picked as well. And then I am going to hide back in my dark cell. Well, no. I'm going to go over to the room with the vibrating being and free that next.
What?
Oh, the one that's been going thump?
Yep, the thump
Oh.
thump one.
Okay.
So free the Stone Golem and then free the...
Cap?
I want to show off how well this guard can see.
Yeah, I'm like, Cap, you are aware that your character's like running around in a place where there's like a guard right there.
Let's see. I'm
This
gonna
guard
try
has
and
proven
draw out
itself to
his
not be very
eye.
bright, and he's been there a week to observe.
I'm gonna try and draw out.
He basically
his,
waited while the guard's back was turned before he did this.
his looking view. He is currently looking at this area.
We'll say the thump thump is currently distracting him.
Oh, God.
With some demonic.
Well, I mean, all the
Lettering.
cells are not clouded anymore. They are like clear.
Yeah, I can see that there's something. Well, it's still vibrating around there. I still can't quite see what it is from how far I am.
Yeah.
The porcelain doll is making some really angry faces as best as possible at clone number 4.
You pick
Keep
the lock
muttering
of that
things.
cell.
And then I'm going to point the stone golem at the guard, and just kind of follow behind.
Oh, good, a chance to do my strengths.
Okay then.
Oh boy.
Okay, so I choked out one guard, and I'm thinking the next guard's just about to get shish kebabbed.
The
A la Deadpool style.
the guard does not realize this, and by the way, I'm going to roll for this chick's wonderful damage.
Let's see. The guards are so dull, they don't even get a sharp roll to notice what's going on around them.
No, they really don't.
Just
This
when you get a
dude,
sharp roll being at the monitors.
Kenny, would you like to roll
I'm
your
sorry,
sharp?
you guys are breaking up. What's up?
Would you like to roll your sharp so that way you can see what this stone golem is about to do?
Certainly.
Okay. Okay, you just get the bare minimum of it, but hold on one sec. The guard
Like corner of
immediately.
your eye.
The guard immediately turns over as he hears the gigantic stone golem girl run directly over to him and stab both of her both of her stone swords. Or she jumps over, stabs the both of them directly into his chest in a crossed motion.
While this is going on, Daniel is not going to waste any time and move over to the cell with the doll and start picking it.
And so that guard is now completely and utterly dead.
Well, Clone 4 had a nice life.
He lived as he died, completely pointless.
Wow.
He was the most dumbest one out of all of them, actually. You could have easily manipulated him.
Nah, picking locks and freeing shit to mess things up is a better idea.
With my 8, did I see that at least? I saw the stone woman coming at him.
Yes, you saw the stone woman come at him, and you saw the stone woman.
Can you imagine
the camera?
if you can
The
imagine
camera
if
specifically is positioned in this area, so it can see that whole.
Are you telling me the
Let me show
clones
you-
don't have body cams? Because that would have been a terrifying image to see.
The clones do have body cams.
Is there a blind spot under the camera? Because my character's going to this over to
There
the
is
cell.
a blind spot under the camera. Yes.
And
Okay.
I'm assuming I'm freed.
Yes.
Oh dear.
As I see Clone
There's-
4 go down, damn it! He was my favorite. He didn't know how to work a radio.
Wow.
He was my favorite. He didn't know how to work a radio.
He annoyed me the least, therefore he was my favorite because he was too stupid to know how. Wow.
The porcelain doll, as soon as the door opens, points over to Clone 1 beyond the door and goes, "You're mine!" And starts running ranged demonic doll at Clone 1. Going to leap on
I do want you to know that the section that the doll is about to go through is literally a wall of slime, salt substance.
He's been spending the past 2 years thumping into stuff.
He's got some immunity to it.
I don't think he has much immunity to it because
he's never
he's never been out of it without, the AI A2319 deciding to just, do her thing.
Speaking of the AI, how is it reacting to all this nonsense?
Well, the gigantic wall the salt wall that is in front, it turns to a blood red and solid.
thump.
I'm wondering if this
Thump.
little porcelain doll is
Thump.
developing cracks yet.
Thump.
It's
Very,
possessed
very
by a demonic entity, so it's probably very sturdy.
Let me at you.
What's in this cell next to me?
It's a werewolf.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to know Nemo, would you?
It looks at you with like animalistic eyes. It seems to be more feral rather than intelligent. And it says, "Roast know what you want." Its name is Roast, apparently.
Oh, Roast, if I free you, you won't eat me, will you?
Roast is bigger than you. Roast is stronger. Roast will guard territory for life.
What if I help you guard the territory?
He seems very confused with this question. Are you trying to manipulate him to be your friend?
Yes.
I would love for you to roll manipulate someone, which is your charm.
Heck yeah.
Oh, Not only do they do what you want right now, they also become your ally for the rest of the mystery.
Oh yes, I have a werewolf friend. Well, I already had a werewolf friend, but I have another werewolf friend. Alright, I'm gonna pick the lock
Roast
and
will
free
do
him.
what you ask, human.
Okay, do you see that box over there with all the wires and lens?
Which box? Where?
I'm gonna point the camera.
Now, I want to say something. I do not have rights to this image. This is a artist that does concept art and illustration, going by the name of Tess Brownson. But I saw this and I was like, maybe that's what Roast looks like, because that is some killer artwork there.
I'm looking. Hold on.
Yeah, this was just made in Photoshop.
I still can't see the image because the stream is kind of slow.
Yeah, there's some delay.
Yeah, for the most part. Roast, he looks a little bit more along the lines of mange is in his fur and his coat. He has a little bit more rotten features because the scientist, was experimenting on him so much. So he's gone more feral than human nowadays, and you can see that his right eye is blind.
Yeah,
Because
that's more detail than I can find an image for.
I know, but yeah, that's pretty
Okay.
dang close.
So, pointing at the camera, telling him, "See that camera? I don't want to."
Roast immediately goes to the camera and swipes at it, and then starts playing with it as if it's a toy, and starts numbing on it like a puppy.
Does he, like, rip it off the wall eventually?
Yeah, he does rip it off the wall.
Okay.
With one claw, he rips it off the wall.
Okay, I'm going to call...
Your sight with that kind of,
Yeah, that was an interesting view.
Okay.
Just werewolf mouth rah, 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 on the camera.
Okay.
He's like a puppy, like.
Okay, I'm going to call out to the stone golem lady and the doll. And with my nunchucks, I'm going to use the sonic ability, and we're going to focus on one spot here to break it open.
Okay, I've heard of a sonic screwdriver before, but come on, man!
This was a gift from Karen, the enchantress.
Yeah, that is a gift from Karen the Enchantress. You didn't really get too much time to know the information. But he is dating Karen.
One of the witches at the Brews and Books.
Yes.
I would like to quickly try something. Since
basically, I'm asking the stone golem and the doll, who can decide what they want to do, to crack the frame a bit so that it stops the wall. Basically, the floor and the ceiling above.
What does the demon want to do is my question. I do apologize for cutting you off there, babe, but I did hear Toast wanting to do something.
Yeah, sorry, Toast.
Oh, no worries. While I am ramming full force, ignoring any cracks, because somehow they heal, as I run full force where he wants me to, I am going to use Unnatural Appeal combined with telepathy to communicate with the AI.
Oh dear.
I know this is going to address KC specifically, but the AI is going to say...
Your charm will not work on me. I am but a machine. I do apologize, but you will have to go back into your cell. Please do so, or I will be forced to do something irrational, as humans.
Again, Cap can't hear those.
I know Cap can't hear those. Cap, basically what the AI was saying was that your charm cannot work on me. I am but a machine. I do apologize, but you will have to go back into your cells. Otherwise, I will have to take irrational measures.
You can communicate telepathically, I say to the dog.
Oi!
Why don't you try it on the clone outside there?
I attempt to do the same thing to the clone, beckoning the clone to
unlock the gate. No, unlock the gate.
Crumpets. It's crumpets and tea time on this side.
Freaking toast and crumpets.
Dang it, Kroos, come on.
So, can I roll my weird?
Do you need to roll your weird for telepathy?
I'm doing it combined with Unnatural Appeal.
So he will need to roll for Unnatural Appeal.
You're manipulating someone, but at the same time, since telepathy, you don't need to roll your weird.
Well, telepathy is the means of communication to the clone, but what I'm trying to get the clone to do is what I roll.
Which would be, yeah.
You still roll moves as normal, except people will not expect the weirdness of your mental connection. Yes, okay, cool. So keep in mind, he won't expect this from you.
That might work in our favor.
Yeah, because he's not trying to.
Go
fight
right
against
ahead.
it.
Go on. Roll your manipulate a person, which is your charm.
Oh.
Or you're weird. You're weird or you're do with that. Okay, 11.
Mhm.
Why have you people been rolling so well?
Because you keep cutting off our chances to escape.
We have to
They'll
be able to get out of
do-
here eventually, right?
They'll
To be
do it
fair-
for a reason you give
To-
them.
No, 11 is it just works, doesn't it?
11 is 10 plus.
Yeah. Okay.
It's 12 they'll do it.
I'm
Just
telepathy.
hold.
Let
Hold on,
M
hold on.
run the session.
Dang it! Let me finish!
I thought you were finished. Go ahead.
They'll do it for the reason you gave them. If you ask too much, they'll tell you the minimum it will take for them to do it. If there's no way they'd do it.
I'm pretty sure that asking these guards anything is too much mentally.
And I'm pretty sure that Kenny was trying to say something while I was in the middle of a thing.
I honestly I can't remember what it was now. We did that whole sidetrack with let M run it, and it's just poof. So never mind. Not important enough.
Alrighty. You'll remember it later.
Yep.
Okay, so, how are you trying to communicate and manipulate through the mind?
So I'm trying to make it sound. I'm assuming that since I'm doing it telepathically, I can make it sound however I want, right?
Yes. I want you to roleplay what you are about to do.
And I'm assuming that this wall is not see-through at the time.
It is not.
All right. I am communicating in the voice of clone. Help me. Save me.
Clone 1 just, like, stands to attention all of a sudden, like, oh.
Don't mind my character, he's just looting the stone off of the clone that got ganked there.
And then he radios. He lifts up his hand as if he's heard it from the quote unquote radios that you guys are that you guys all know. Like, hello? Clone 4,
Toast-
are you there?
I've got
Toast
them
just pulled his
contained.
screamers on us.
Oh god.
I've got them contained, but I need medical help.
Okay, I'll call up Kenny.
No, now this is a point where you need to manipulate him.
Yeah. So now, it's, no, I need help now.
Immediate help now.
You need immediate help. Okay, I will set the alarm. He presses a button on his helmet, and an alarm goes off, saying to the doctor, "Medical assistance needed. Medical assistance needed." And the guard brings Casey back over.
I'm still
By the way, the AI
paralyzed,
is-
right?
Yeah, the AI still has you being paralyzed and shiz. So
Probably
Your
especially
place-
now.
you're placed onto the metal
Gurney.
surgical table over here
All right.
as Gary is sent over by the doctor himself to go and see what the problem is.
By the way, while that was going on, Daniel looted the stone off of the clone, and he's seeing what's in the other cells, right?
The AI
Oh.
is now opening up all of the cells as everything else is going on. So we have a tiny gnome, Inklebiter, a baby dragon, and a bone dragon. By the way, that bone dragon is like literally dead. That's the skeleton of a dragon, of the mother
Okay.
dragon, of this baby dragon.
I'm gonna walk up to the baby dragon and just kind of pet the snoot on it.
The baby dragon appreciates the little pet on the snoot, but then runs immediately past you to its mother.
I'm going to walk up and pat it on the wing as if in condolence.
It starts to cry a little bit.
I'm also going to casually pull out my 1911 blast the zombie with it.
The zombie holds up both its hands like, oh wait, hold up, no, I'm good, please don't kill me.
Or brains.
Wait, you can talk?
Of course I can talk, you imbecile.
Oh god, I'm picturing a top hat and monocle.
Oh god. It's a fancy zombie. He's got a
Looking for
monocle
Brian's,
and
not
everything.
brains.
I'm sorry, sir. I would eat your brains, but I think you're a lackwit, so no.
I just wanted to be heard, so I kept on moaning and groaning and coughing, and then I said I was sorry about the coughing, and I kept on moaning and groaning to get out.
Oh, okay. So
Okay,
it's an
he's going to
intention.
cautiously lower his 1911.
Meanwhile, the tiny little gnome Anklebiter is starting to loot the body of this clone.
I'm going to walk up and toss him the trank gun that I looted earlier. Here you go, buddy.
He looks at the trank gun and then tosses it aside. Like, this isn't shiny. Blah.
Fine,
I
I'll,
need shinies.
Okay then. It's
Okay,
a
I'll
magpie.
back up.
Gnome's name was Coco.
Oh.
This is not shiny. Blah.
Okay, so since everyone's here, I'll let the demon play out what it was doing.
Oh, still smashing where you told him to smash.
I'm going to ask I'm going to see what happens if I try and walk through, poke my hand through with the stone in hand.
You took the stone off of the guard, yes?
Yeah.
Keep in mind, the AI still knows exactly all of your guys' movements.
The camera's been disabled for the most part.
It doesn't matter if the camera's been disabled. This AI has full control over everything in the facility. And motion control stuff, such as motion sensory or
Is there like a
security.
little box where I can see like kind of like an eye or something, like a red eye or something?
Cap, keep in mind, it was the AI that opened all of the cell doors.
I know. I'm wondering if there's a little
Healthy,
box or
nice.
something in here, though.
The AI originally thought that you were gonna get eaten by any one of these experiments.
How's that working out?
Does not compute. Does not compute. Kenny, it does not compute. Kenny.
But I'm just looking for a little box with a HAL-looking light or something like that.
You're looking around, and you see, actually, once you turn back over to the giant red wall, a gigantic eyeball is being projected, looking directly down at all of you.
Okay, Daniel is going to wind up another shock attack from his thunder chucks, and he's going to smack it in the eye.
As you hear this, you're also hearing... Well, as you do this, you're also hearing the AI count down.
Ooh.
20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15,
Why is it going faster?
13.
It's at 14, 13.
What happens when I hit it with the thunder chucks?
9,
I would love for you to roll your tough.
7, 6, 5,
5,
4,
10.
4,
3,
3,
2,
2.
The counting immediately stops in the middle of it saying 1, and the eye gets hit and electric shocked, and then it just blinks as if it's in pain, like, ow!
I'm going to instruct everything in here to hit the shield for all it's worth, including the dragon if it's listening.
The baby dragon is so heartbroken. It's a heartbroken baby dragon.
Do I need to roll charm just to get it to help there for a sec?
No.
Okay.
It decides to take
By the way,
action.
Danny feels bad about the... Yeah, we'll avenge your mother, baby dragon. Just help us out here.
It takes action now and starts trying to breathe little bits of fire at the tiny It's just like tiny little sparks, like a lighter.
I have a question. I'm a demon that possesses inanimate objects, yes?
Uh-oh.
I would like to possess the dragon.
It's not inanimate, though. The dragon
The
skeleton?
bones of the mother.
The bones of the
Oh,
baby
dear.
mother. You're wanting to possess. Well, okay, hold up. That would be using your magics. Go right ahead and roll your weird.
Oh crap!
I want to see this go. I want to see where this goes.
Oh,
Oh my
That-
god!
wow.
That is a double perfect success. I have not seen a single roll ever be that good, ever.
Huh,
You get an extra effect, oh god.
you do. So you successfully possess this, the bones of the dragon now. Let me just give you control over that.
Thank you.
I'm gonna notice the doll goes limp and just gonna pick it up and put it in my pocket.
The doll does go limp. So therefore I'm gonna make it into
I would like to point out that I did that as I was running to hit the wall, so literally it was just a flying limp doll flew into the wall.
The flying limp doll does in fact go straight through the wall.
Smacks the guard in the face.
Yes,
It
'cause he might go
smacks
into
the guard directly into the face, and the guard holds this doll, just like, here, I have a perfect, there. It just holds the doll like, what?
Does it like hug the doll?
No, this doll's been, like, trying to torture him.
Wouldn't the guard freak out then once it realizes through?
The doll,
Like enough to charge into the shield?
sweetheart.
You gotta let her talk.
I'm going to, sorry.
He looks at the doll. He then realizes, throws the doll behind him, like that, and then he immediately runs over and radios Kenny. Kenny! And immediately bursts into the room as well. So there's probably a lot of feedback.
What's the point of you radioing if you're just gonna run in here?
Kenny, Kenny, look at the
Yeah,
monitor. Bad
I
things
know
are
the
happening. The doll repossessed the dragon.
How would he know that without looking in there?
Yeah.
For all he knows, the doll just basically broke through the
The doll
shield.
repossessed something else. The doll repossessed something else.
As in,
by the way,
I'm wondering if he has figured out that's actually still a possessed doll or whatever.
I have a question.
What?
So I heard something about I gained an extra power as I took over this body, right? I was just wondering, was this a flame breathing?
This was originally a flame-breathing dragon, but now that it is a bone dragon, it actually breathes something else.
What's it breathe?
Necrotic. Oh god.
Death?
It's got necrotic breath.
It's
Necrotic?
necrotic breath.
Necrotic breath?
It corrupts living things, basically.
I start spraying the necrotic breath at the top, up here, at the top of where the wall is coming.
I would like to draw your guys' attention for a moment to the vent. Yeah, just for a moment, for that sweet, sweet moment. The vent.
Okay.
Anyhow,
So,
No,
so,
no,
so
no,
you're
no.
saying I've been
They went
paralyzed
You
and
went with
laying
this.
here on this table this whole time, and they've been bumbling around in this jail cell, and they had a event that they could have.
you went with this option.
There,
Okay,
there were
let's
stealth
continue.
options. You chose not to take them.
Yes.
There's
I'm
Sure.
sure.
For some reason, the dragon's now in the vent.
No, the dragon, get out of the vent. You didn't
You'd
choose
think
that.
the dragon would be able to go in the vent because it can turn single bones.
Listen here, buddies. You didn't choose the option that I gave. Okay?
looks
You
like I'm
chose
up in
the
the hall.
other option. Shut up so I can do things. Thank you. Okay. So, yeah, the dragon's necrotic breath does in fact do a hole into that. So now you are in, you have access to the storage room area.
I go to yell this way to freedom, but it's actually just a roar, draconic death roar.
Yes, basically. Meanwhile, the AI is trying to close off your escape route as much as possible. While also telling Kenny, hey, you might want to get your badassery out there now.
I start
I'm gonna
spraying
see
on this
the-
wall.
See
Hey,
the
little
wall.
gnome guy, there's treasure in here.
Oh God!
We knew this was gonna happen.
Treasure. He starts looking into the barrels and so now he's.
I see a
in the
chest
barrel.
over there.
Barrel, Chinese.
I'm gonna see the red wall in front of me, and assume that they found some way to get through that wall, and just go up into the barracks.
Quick,
Roast
melt a hole in the
also-
wall over here.
Roast also follows, same as the other. Mainly, specifically, the baby dragon following its mother.
The demon hasn't clued into this yet.
Is this
The
door in
demon
front of me
is
closed?
smarter than it should be. Remember that. Look at your sharp, please.
Yes, I know, but the demon's kind of focused on the wall right now.
The baby dragon crawls up to the demon, proudly proclaiming a nice.
I kind of signal to the baby dragon to assist in cleaning this wall.
It's too excited to listen to you. It's just like, Mom! 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 Mom!
I shrug and go back to melting the wall.
Mama!
I'm gonna assume that standing in the position I'm in, I can see that the wall is starting to bubble.
Yes.
Alright. Then I'm going to call out over the radio. I want Jim and Gary to move to the barracks. Alert and call out to the doctor and Bob that there is a current prisoner escape.
Jim, Gary, and Bob, correct?
No, Bob, stay where he is. Bob guard doctor.
Bob guard doctor, okay, cool.
I want Jim and Gary here. I want one watching over the. I want one to stay right where he is. He's in a good spot.
One will stay right where he is.
And we're gonna move into
Let's see.
the armory.
Also, clone number 2 has awoken.
Yeah, but he's naked.
He's very much naked.
All right. Well, I guess he can come in here and at least grab a weapon.
He goes in and grabs the sword off of the... He's now a naked man with a sword!
Excellent.
Gary, Jim...
Does he at least have underwear on?
He does
Yeah,
have
he
underwear
has-
on.
he
I
has the hard
literally
underwear.
said that he has boxers on.
Can the boxers
It's
have
hard.
flamingos on them?
They need to, yes.
No, they have turtles on them.
Explains his love life.
What, the turtle head just doesn't want to poke out?
Yep.
Oy vey.
Oy vey
Oh
is
my.
correct.
Do clones get to have a love life?
Also,
Oh, that's a
a
good
majority of you don't know. Well,
Okay.
you haven't noticed yet. But a certain cell that you guys left has a certain owlbear
Oh.
deciding to come out and play.
Oh no. I'm gonna assume that Clone 1 sees this and lets me know.
Yes!
Well.
2319, we need full lockdown. And as I know that, I'm gonna tell Garion to back to the barracks.
2319 responds to you with a
Yes.
sharp yes. And, then starts counting down. Again.
No, skip the countdown, lockdown now.
19.
It skips the countdown and immediately locks down every single door that it can possibly lock down. Every single door, every single area is locked down, and immediately a spray of salt and holy water starts to come upon everyone.
The baby dragon is on top of the demon dragon. It is safe.
Can I go and intersect here a second?
What?
Chad has an idea, and it is too bad. What if the demon, since it can possess inanimate objects, is the computer an animate object or an inanimate object?
The demon would like to possess the facility.
The
Oh,
demon
God.
cannot possess the facility. Here's
A bit
why.
pentagrams all over the place.
No. Here's why the demon cannot possess the facility. First of all, the facility itself is a soulless being that has also been programmed with an AI that is soulless, mind you, that does not care for, nor really... It's prepared to know exactly what a demon, a werewolf, a stone golem person, a zombie,
It's basically equipped for all supernatural threats, in short.
Yes.
So the AI of the facility is shielded against possession, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. I tried, guys. I'm sorry. It was a brilliant
Also-
idea. Thank you for that.
I love you all. Thank you. You all are so clever and smart.
That was awesome.
I do want to say though,
No.
everyone's paralyzed now.
Aww. Okay, while all this hubbub was going on, the shield never dropped on me at all. I could do nothing but lay here this whole time.
Yes, because I haven't been able to actually, say your side of what's ever going on.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming that you would say, okay, while that's all going on, this is what's
I
been happening
tried.
with you.
I tried to have some sort of, area of which I can say, hey, while this is all going on, you all are just,
It's okay. It's alright.
Love y'all.
I'm back in the cell.
Yeah, but at least you're in a new cell as a bone dragon.
You're a bone dragon now. You
2
get all the
years.
bone.
Oh.
Totally wasn't camping out in a crate or anything.
Well, I mean, even if the baby dragon gets locked in its cell, it still could get into the storage area.
Well, the baby dragon wouldn't go back to its cell. It would go into the cell the mother had been occupying.
I'm getting there. Hold on, please.
Ooh.
Wait, did the facility repair its wall?
Yes.
Not fair!
We can't get out. There's no escape.
The owlbear, on the other hand, now has an extension to its homestead.
Well, the owlbear's too big to paralyze?
Yes.
Oh, so there's
Oh.
a limit.
Bring that from the map player. There we go. Thank you. Going to map layer. Dupe. Dupe. There.
You see, its original layer used to be intro.
What?
I'm just making a jest that every time that it escapes, it expands its territory because the facility just builds around it and works with it. So its layer from the get-go was actually initially lunchroom until one day it broke out.
Very good observation. I like that. There. Okay, sweet. Okay. There we go. And the AI even cleans up the body that has been left behind and puts it as dead. And tells the doctor everything's going to be cool and fine and done.
Everything is gonna be alright. Lullaby. Lullaby. Every little thing is gonna be
A2319
alright.
tells you, Kenny, that everything is locked down. Would you like anything else?
Well,
Gin and tonic.
a different facility would be nice, but I can't pray for miracles.
I've tried my best.
You did great. I'll get back to you, 2319. 2, put on some damn clothes!
Sir, yes, sir! And goes and runs it to his little bunk and starts putting on his clothes.
No, not, where did you even get that? No, armor! Put on armor.
Yes, sir! He goes back to the armory and starts putting on armor. He puts the sword back, by the way, too.
Thank God, I didn't want to see what that thing would do with a soulless abomination like him.
Sword turns out to be intelligent, possesses the clone because it has more intelligence than the clone.
You're funny. All of you are funny. Does the chat have anything else to add?
Joseph has a point, though. The demailing has to possess the controller chips, not the actual program.
Why are you all being so smart?
Because they
Why?
want like, everyone to escape. I mean,
Yeah,
you're like doing
we've
everything.
I would like to possess the locking mechanism for every single one of these cells to let us all loose.
You gotta understand, we've been locked in this single scenario for 4 hours in real
I
life.
understand this, but I've also been trying to get KC's point of view a little bit more, buddy.
Didn't take my point of view. Tell me what's going on, Em. I'm listening.
Hey, everyone, look back over at KC. Thanks.
Okay.
While all of that has been going on, Casey, you're inside a room with 2 dead bodies, a guard, and 2... well, one of them looks like a statue, or at least a taxidermied, stuffed, platypus monster thing, while the other is, in green goop, cylindrical to...
It's in a giant formaldehyde jar, right?
Yes.
Okay. So,
The scientist has you, like, bound and propped up against the...
still paralyzed?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
For the most part, you are. You can attempt to fight
For the most
paralyzed
part. Does
agent.
that mean that some part isn't? Can I wiggle my big toe?
Oh, look! You can wiggle your big toes.
I start using my big toe to untie my bonds. What do I roll for it?
No.
No.
Okay, so let's see here. Let me roll that no into a yes.
Double critical success required.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, go ahead. Double critical reset. Yeah, it's required.
For toll rolling, what do I roll for that? Is that tough or sharp?
You roll tough.
There we go. Here we go.
Oh.
Oh no!
Dang. Well, I tried. You know what? If I had gotten a double success on that, that would have been the most what the moment ever. Because the doctor is standing right there, and he would see me pulling it off.
That's what the second roll would be for.
Oh.
Just him not paying attention enough to notice that you were undoing the shackles with your big toe.
Either that or his mind getting blowed so much that he just doesn't understand what's going on. M,
He's
please,
busy studying
please
the movements
continue
of
with
your
the
big toe.
scene, M.
Okay, so you're strapped to a table. The doctor is trying to get a blood sample from you specifically. And let me just pull up a thing here for a moment.
While she's pulling that up, I would just like to say, Casey, think you should have made that phone.
By the way, I messaged you a while ago, hun. Was there any resolution to that?
Hold on, please.
Sorry.
What? What?
Yes, his speaking stone does not work. Thank you. Okay. Now, I know I use this token for corporeal a lot, but this is not corporeal. This is the wife of the scientist person dude, who is also a scientist. And she comes up beside you, Casey, and she is investigating your entire human form and kind of opening up your mouth and looking through all the stuff and making sure you're in perfect health in order to be able to properly experiment on you. Any gripes about that?
So this is a typical date night for you two?
And you're the entertainment.
Will you quit shifting that that floor piece? It's bugging me. I keep looking the floor go ahead and go whoop, 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 whoop. I'm like,
she presses a button without actually answering your question, and a piece of the wall, in fact, lowers to reveal, well, looks like a gigantic cube.
okay.
It's a stone structure of an egg, specifically. So it looks like the chest piece of the rock that you would have defeated yourself.
Oh, I've seen one of those before.
Oh, so you have?
Yeah. Put a crack in one.
How did you manage that? We haven't been able to crack this thing open with anything at all.
Well, I could discuss it at leisure if I wasn't, I don't know, strapped to the ground and being treated like a lab rat, instead being treated like someone worth sharing information with. Do I need to roll for that?
You do. That would be a manipulate someone, please. So go ahead and roll that charm of yours.
Well, let's see how well it works. Whoop, boop, boop.
Hmm, 10. That seems very reasonable, actually, but,
I mean, come
we're
on,
getting
what am I
so
going to
much
do?
information from you. You're not really magically inclined. Too much, at least. What do you think, honey? she says to the doctor. I suppose I should stop getting blood samples from you.
I mean, what's the worst I'm going to do? I run into Kenny and he slams me back in my cell? I'm not going anywhere.
Good point. He has a good point. A2319, please release him from it. From whatever it is you are binding him with.
Yes.
She says yes, and immediately you can now move freely to your own
I'm
accord.
going to go ahead and start stretching. I'm like, oh god, being in paralysis for a long period of time puts such a kink in your neck. Thank you. So, what exactly are you guys seeking? And, yeah.
Oh, we've just been seeking knowledge for actually, we've been mainly seeking knowledge on the whereabouts of Rosewoods and the Rose Rocks and the Rockwells.
So you're looking into my family's heritage.
Oh, you're part of the family heritage.
I have...
Which one?
It was, trying to remember off the top of my head. It was the Rose
You were
Rocks.
part of the Rockwells.
Yeah, the Rockwells.
Felix is part of the Rosewoods, for reference.
I have, I'm part of the Rockwell line. I have a close friend, part of the Rosewood line. So I could possibly have information tied to either family. Of course, you understand in this kind of situation, I'm currently, again, your guest, and we're looking for maybe an open forum for us to share information back and forth. Was there...
I mean,
Our guest. Be our
I mean-
guest.
Oh, God, Cap.
good job, Cap. Good Disney reference. Love it.
Yes, I do not want to get turned into a random bit of Tupperware, though.
Yeah.
Just be
He
clear.
motions over. He motions over to the dead body that is in front of him now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you see, it seems a lot of the problems of your group's situation has kind of been connected to this dead fellow. You can recognize the face right off the bat. You've seen enough of this photo many a times. This is Michael's dead body. One of the former associates to the to Jessica and the original hunters that she was working with.
Okay. What were you seeking to gain about him?
Oh, I was looking for any sort of remnants of magic at all connected to this fellow here. It seems a lot of Rose Rock's history is part of magic, and no one else in the entire area would really confirm or deny that there is magic here. And considering with all of the occurrences that have been happening recently, as you might have noticed, a lot of the magic has been reawakened, in
Okay.
a sense. But many of the citizens don't know about magic, and I want to prove that magic exists. I also want to help the military strengthen a lot of things.
Okay, so, okay. Let me make sure I understand your goals correctly. You want to scientifically prove magic exists, and you work with the military. So I'm assuming that you would be using said magic, if you could define it and control it, to strengthen soldiers, and basically you're trying to run your own super soldier program, right?
Yeah, actually, I've been working on a serum. Honey? How's that serum been working out? And she kind of just gets all embarrassed and says, "It's not been working all too well. Surely, honey.
Hey.
I would advise for Kenny to continue talking to Casey over here for a moment.
What's the matter?
A2319, can you take Casey over here to the interrogation area, please? And, Casey, you feel paralyzed again and also are thrown back into a different cell now, and then unparalyzed.
Right when I was getting somewhere. God damn it.
With that being said, I'm getting intel information that we may need to wrap this up a bit for now.
Are you talking to me specifically about the campaign? Is this in character?
The
or
campaign specifically,
Okay.
out of character.
Do people need to go ahead and call it?
Unfortunately, my wife just showed up and she's needing my attention.
Ooh,
I apologize for that.
No. It's perfectly all right.
It's also not just full, but it's also toast over here too.
No.
Yeah, I only had about 10 minutes left.
Okay, we kind of got away with ourselves. I hope everyone had a good time. This has been an interesting scenario, but I guess this would make it a good stopping point anyways. So hopefully we'll pick this up, and hopefully we'll get a little farther than just bouncing it around inside this facility.
Well, you guys kind of triggered every single well, not every single, but most of the security measures that had been previously discussed.
Yeah. So what you're saying is we need to go ahead and give you time to develop new security measures so that way we can trigger all of them next time. All right. Well, folks, thank you so much for watching. This has been Dark Shadows, our Monster of the Week playthrough that we do. We try to aim again for Saturdays. If this is something you're interested in tuning into, or any of the other video gaming content that we do every day on the channel, please throw us a subscribe, like, and notify and all that jazz. And again, at the start of the stream, we let you know that I am testing out the merch store attached to Streamlabs. If you'd like to pick up a Gaming Philosophy logo ceramic coffee mug, again, 11-ounce coffee mug, they are currently on sale as I am testing out that merch option. The link is down in the doobly-doo. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay frosty, and I hope to see you again next time.